What is up, guys, and welcome back to the stream. Today we have CEI East or CEI versus Colorado State in Rocket League. I'm joined by my co-host Tucker.
What's up, everybody? Thank you, those again, coming out early, starting to filter in and what have you. I think before we get started in the game, it's only fair to do a little bit of a game recap. Last week we saw CEI going up against Arizona, University of Arizona actually, and unfortunately falling 3-0 in that series. Significant improvement coming in from week one when they faced GCU or Grand Canyon University. We're just looking to really build and create more momentum, especially as we come into week three against, again, Colorado State.
So right now we're just waiting for players to get started, and we are off to game one.
First kickoff of the series is going to go in favor of CEI. Harry is looking to read off of the ceiling and will able to get the pass over to Super Turtle. Bacon looking to center out of the corner. However, no one there. And a little bit of a whiff coming out in the early stages here from CEI. And again, an early goal. I feel like we've let off this. Is this deja vu?
Yeah, every single game so far. It's been within the first 30 seconds, I feel like. But they start to get the momentum in the later games, so hopefully they can start bringing it back.
The biggest thing that CEI is going to have is the opportunity to, and there's almost one put in the net there by Marmalade, pushed away by Bacon, unfortunately. As I was saying, CEI is going to have a lot of opportunities, I think, over the course of the season to practice their mental resolve and practice not going tilt and really hammering down those types of things.
I think that's the one thing that CEI does struggle with, the Rocket League team, keeping that good mental and not getting tilted, whether it be their mistakes or just the other team outplaying them. I think that after the first couple goals, they tend to fall apart just a little bit, but hopefully it can change this week.
Indeed. So here we have Harry for CSU with a flick over, and it will be put away by Harry. Unfortunately, that CEI defender not able to keep the ball out of the net. We'll see on the replay who that was, and honestly, it may have just been dunked anyway. It probably would have been dunked by Bacon regardless. Great flick coming from Harry there on the side of CSU. Rusky there to get the ball on the wall. We'll put it into CSU's territory.
It doesn't seem like this game is too one-sided. There's just a few of those early game mistakes that it just happens with every single team.
Sure.
The nerves still trying to get shaken off as they get into the groove of the game.
Absolutely. And you know, when you play at this level, the good teams are going to capitalize on any small window of opportunity that is presented to them. As CEI continues to progress and play against the big dogs, that's only going to become more natural to them as well. Great save coming out by Rusky Reaper there. CEI is going to have to put in an extra shift in order to keep that third goal out, but they're not able to, unfortunately. Super Turtle there to put it away.
Did it just sneak by them over the top?
It's looking like top left. Well, no. Yeah.
Oh.
Just, yeah.
Not quite high enough.
No. That's certainly a savable ball. They're going to be wishing that one was back, but there we go. The quick response off the kickoff, 3-1. The important thing for CEI is just going to, like, again, it's going to be the mentality. It's going to be the communication amongst the teammates. During practices, as they communicate more, the vibes are better. And even when they're losing, if they can keep that employed, the over-communicating and letting each other know where they're going to be, that's only going to make the game flow significantly more smooth over the duration of it all.
They still have 2 minutes and 50 seconds, plenty of time to bring this back. Hopefully, these games we'll be able to see CEI take a first set or first game.
Truly, and that's actually a good point that I hadn't thought about yet. CEI unable to get a game underneath their belt thus far. Ultimately, what I'm seeing though,
so close.
I'm seeing a little bit more possession, a little bit better defensive stand, and ultimately probably a little bit better rotation overall. That's a close one. Texic unable to put that away or to keep it out. I mean, thankfully it doesn't go in just on its own, but Texic unable to make contact there. Marmalade looking to win the play off the wall, looking to center to Texic. That to me just looks like a communication error.
Right there, yep.
Marmalade, not a bad play on his part necessarily to stay solo with the play. However, if the communication was there from Texic, this might just be open actually, and it is.
Open net, send right in. Marmalade
With the goal there, bringing us within 1, scored 2-3, still in favor of CSU. As I was saying though, communication, I don't know if y'all know this, it's a two-way street. So, had Texic called Marmalade off the ball there, we're probably looking at an earlier goal than what we just experienced. So,
answered right back. Oh my goodness.
Truly. Great dunk here coming from Bacon. He pops it up to himself and is able to maintain the possession of the ball in the air. And he's able to position his car so that no matter what 50, it's going to go toward the net. So, great play there by CSU.
However, this is a better start for CEI than previous games.
Agreed. One thing that I hope to see implemented is a little bit more patience from CEI. Oftentimes that gets them in trouble is not being patient enough. And so, I hope to see that more.
Ooh, so close to the double tap.
Sure. So, CSU with possession here. Harry to Super Turtle. And it will bounce off against the wall. Rusky to defend. Able to put it high. Marmalade on defensive duty here. With the pop to Texic. Unfortunately, Texic not able to do much with it after that. Very easy save coming out from Bacon and from CSU. A lot of fumbling, though, out of CSU in the midfield. And Marmalade will capitalize on that and almost able to connect with a passing play to Rusky Reaper. Texic, however, is going to keep up pressure and is looking for a center, and it will just go in.
Very nice.
Listen, we take those.
Every day we take those.
The oops and the coming out from CSU in the chat. Unfortunate. CEI still down 1 goal. 35 seconds left to play. And so far the pressure for CEI has been significantly better than what we've seen in weeks gone by.
30 seconds left. I think this is still plenty of time for them to make a comeback. Hopefully they can bring it into overtime at least.
True.
Well, this
True,
might be
and that
it.
just might be in.
Ooh, so close.
And Rusky,
put
however,
away.
yes, put away by Rusky. I think, yes, he does give it big clear initially from Rusky and is able to keep that pressure there to put it away. 4-4 with 15 seconds left.
A much better first game coming out from CEI compared to their previous.
Truly.
It's looking like this could possibly go into overtime.
A little bit of an awkward touch, but thankfully Texic is there. And CEI looking to keep on pressure. This ball is going to ricochet back into the half court. And Rusky might be there to keep it alive. No, it looks like Texic actually is going to center. And they're both going to try to keep it alive there. Honestly, good effort. I don't mind them trying to go for the 0-second goal. But here we go into overtime. In game number 1. Harry looking just to end it right now, but unable to do so. Bacon not able to read that and put it away either. However, Super Turtle still here on the backboard. And there's a free shot possibly coming from Harry. And I'm listen. What I just saw there,
Much better.
in the biz right here, this is what we call a ghost hit. I don't know if you see, but Marmalade makes contact on the tip of his car there. However, it's a ghost hit for a reason, went right through him. That's just unfortunate.
And that will bring it to game 2. Colorado State up 1, CEI at 0.
True. However, what you were saying though, significantly better game.
100%.
Coming out of CEI. Traditionally, historically even, CEI tends to come out a little flat in game 1. And like you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, they tend to gain momentum as they move forward through the games. So, honestly, CSU kind of shaking in their boots here, probably thinking that it was going to be a lot easier game than what they're coming up against right now. However, it's going to be up to CEI to keep that momentum as they come in here into game number 2. Bacon looking to make an amazing play, and unfortunately, lots of rush defense coming out from CEI. Great follow-up, though, coming from Harry. Had CEI just taken a little bit of a deep breath, calculated, brought out the protractor, they might have been able to really deal with that ball.
Wide open net.
Precisely, the wide open net. Beautiful play coming out from Bacon here, able to get the touch from under the car and to direct that on net. Great follow-up from CSU to put that one away as well.
Hopefully CEI will just take a deep breath and refocus themselves so they're not going to get steamrolled in the second game.
Sure. Perry with the touch. But taken away by Tekzik, putting it into CSU's half. Bacon will look to clear from backboard. Able to get the second touch there, which allows for Harry to put a shot on frame. Thankfully, Marmalade there on the defensive end to keep that ball out of the net. Tekzik trying to dunk as Bacon clears. Reaper there, Rusky Reaper, to make the save. And Marmalade will possess and give back to Rusky Reaper. Pop from Rusky, and Tekzik will keep up the pressure. Pass from Marmalade, not able to make its way to Rusky Reaper. Super Turtle will be on the other end of that, and we'll take it to the wall. And we'll put it high and wide, which allows for CEI to make a play here. Excellent air dribble opportunity from CEI. Well done by Marmalade to get that close there. However, no CEI teammate able to follow up and put that one away. Certainly an opportunity missed there by CEI.
I do have to say, I like seeing the defense from Rusky Reaper. He seems to play a very, very, very good defense. In my opinion, my unprofessional opinion for Rocket League.
No, astute observation, one might say. Definitely more consistent, I would say, overall on the defensive end here. That said, there are the windows there for them to capitalize on the offensive side. However, just unable to do so thus far. And right now, they're looking to alleviate some of the CSU pressure on CSU's offensive side. Marmalade will continue to possess there, put a shot on net. Thankfully, Tekzik is able to turn around and put that back on net as well. Rusky, again, keeping the pressure. CEI rotating a lot better. That might actually be on net, but just a little bit high. Rusky with the dunk, though. Well done by Rusky. Well done by CEI to keep the rotations tight there. You definitely see the circular rotations. It was beautiful there. They were able to keep up the pressure, and that just, for any team, that's going to be awkward to deal with. So hopefully CEI can keep that type of rotation going so they can knot it up at 2-2 here. Great
Another
save.
clear from Rusky.
Indeed. Great save. Tekzik looking to put the ball downfield, running out of boost. Might be able to get a second touch here. Looks like he does, and is able to allow for Marmalade to center. Great demo coming out from Rusky there in order to maintain some of that possession. Marmalade will send the ball back to the wall, and Tekzik was looking to do something with that, but unable to do that, unfortunately. Marmalade popping in the air, able to get the reset. Not able to do much with it, though. And CSU on the counter attack. Thankfully, Tekzik there to keep that one in play and to keep the dreams and the hopes alive of CEI as they progress deep into the second half of this game. Oh, great save coming out from Rusky Reaper there. My Apple Watch is going to tell me that my heart rate's way too high.
Might need to go to the doctor to get it checked after this.
Seriously though.
Thank you, Beta Gaming, for the follow.
Appreciate it.
holding my breath every single time it gets close to the goal.
Surely. Absolutely.
I do have to say, CEI seems to be playing a much more confident game. I think they're starting to put more trust in one another, and it's starting to show results. Although they are currently down 1-2, this is a much better game than what we've seen previous.
Oh, and that might just snake its way through. Unfortunately, Super Turtle is there. Marmalade looking to follow up to keep the pressure there, but unfortunately will whiff. Super Turtle in the corner. Not able to do much with that. However, Harry's still here and able to read that, looking to put pressure on. However, that will be sniffed out by Marmalade, and it's going to put CEI in transition here. Demo coming out from Harry, that might create an opening. And you know what? They got a ghost hit. I think it's only fair that we get a ghost hit.
Very true, very true. You probably see it right here. Yep.
Oh, the redirect. Not even a ghost hit.
Not even a ghost hit.
Somehow, that redirect just like yeeted the ball even more. Open net opportunity, and it will go in! Rusky Reaper able to slot that one bottom left-hand corner, and that is what we needed off the kickoff. 3-2 in favor of CEI. 5 seconds remaining. An opportunity still might be here for CSU to take this game into overtime. The ball must drop, and it doesn't. And Harry is able to capitalize on the 0-second goal.
What am I watching? What am I watching? What is happening right now? Holy.
That is so unfortunate. I'm going to need emergency services here to help me breathe because I'm struggling.
Somebody call an ambulance. Tucker's having a heart attack
Please
right
don't.
now.
Please don't. No one call. Let them serve someone who actually needs help. That's not me. Okay. Opening stages of overtime. So far, CSU is able to keep the pressure. Interesting to me will be to see will be how CEI deals with it. Oh! Unfortunately, not able to keep the ball in the net there. Again, a really great game coming out from CEI, just not able to put it away at the end of the day.
That was absolutely incredible second game. They had the 0-second goal to bring it into overtime. Some people, you just can't be mad about that. That was just...
It is what it is.
Truly.
I shed one tear.
Only a single one.
Well, at least live right now, one tear. When I go home, it'll be multiple tears. Honestly, though, the boys are playing significantly better than what we've seen in weeks gone by.
Very true, very true.
It's just going to be closing it out, and that might be a theme for this season. And honestly, that's great experience. It's easy to go up in a game. It's easy to hold the lead for most of the game. It's not easy to close out a game. There's multiple stages to it all, and so this is great learning experience for everybody. However, we do go in to game number 3. This is a best-of-5 series. So, if CEI wants to keep their hopes and dreams alive, they're going to have to put this game away, and they're going to have to win in order to take it to a game 4. Great read.
It is looking way more possible than previous games because each one so far has gone into overtime.
Truly.
CSU just doing a better job at capitalizing on the small mistakes that CEI is making.
Definitely. Pass from Texas to Marmalade, not able to get past the midfield defense there from CSU. This is going to be a little bit awkward. Thankfully, Bacon not able to put that away. Thankfully, no one else from CSU able to put to continue to apply that pressure.
I do like to see, I think we mentioned it in the last game, CEI is now giving a lot more air pressure to the teams and not letting them have so much airspace.
True. CSU, though, starting to create openings in the field by demoing. We've seen a little bit of some physical play coming out from CEI, although maybe not as much as they would have liked. And unfortunately, Harry will steal the goal from Bacon. Hey, good pass. Good pass here, Bacon. It definitely wasn't your goal. Harry, patting the stats as far as I'm concerned.
I was all Harry for that goal.
Texic with an early demo. Looking again to kind of create some openings for CEI. Rusky putting the ball out wide for Marmalade to pick up, and that will be an open net. Great forethought, really, by Rusky. Put the ball into the open space of the field, and then great read by Marmalade to really put that one away. 1-1, 3:30 left on the board. Rusky. Give away the ball a little bit there. This is going to allow for CSU to counterattack. Shot on goal. Not able to be stopped by CEI. Great play by CSU to net that one. Just unfortunate positioning by CEI. Not able to get back in time to stop that one.
The one thing I do like seeing is that CEI is not making nearly as many as the same mistakes as they did in the previous games. That means that they're learning, they're improving, and hopefully they'll start bringing back games. Just like this is a good sign so far, in my opinion. This isn't a one-sided game. It's very, very close.
Oh, awkward for CSU there. Texic will go to the air and put one on net. Great save coming out from Harry. Rusky looking to keep a little bit of possession here on the CSU half. Nearly slotted that one in. Just not enough oomph behind it to see it into the back of the net. Great save by CSU. Good defensive stand as CEI applied that offensive pressure. But if you're CSU doing likewise, CEI looking to respond and to create some of their own pressure and alleviate some of that from CSU. Ooh. Great aggression there coming out from Rusky Reaper in order to kind of alleviate some of that pressure in the corner. However, CSU right back at it again on CEI's defensive half. A little bit of a weak touch there coming out from Rusky Reaper. Maybe Texic can read off the backboard. Marmalade will just carry it out though. Trying to center for another CEI player, but unable to connect there.
There's a lot of heavy offensive pressure coming out from CSU. Ooh, and it's put away by Harry once again.
Yeah. You know, a lot of what I'm seeing here is I know this is car soccer, but I'm seeing car tennis right now.
Car tennis.
I'm seeing a lot of just big clears back and forth, and honestly, if CEI is looking to play that game, CSU will take that all day, especially
100%.
where they've got the 2-goal lead. They're happy just to allow time to tick off the clock. Thankfully, though, Texic capitalizing the time that they do have left on the clock and putting away the second goal there. CSU still leads 3-2. Great win. Good beat by Rusky Reaper there off the wall. This is going to be a little bit of an awkward ball to deal with. Thankfully, Marmalade able to push Harry away. Not able to get the fourth goal there. Super Turtle able to carry that over. However, Texic not able to win and dunk on Harry. However, CSU back to the air. Pass cut out by Rusky Reaper. Looking for a pass opportunity from...
Just barely whiffed it.
Just barely.
Man, the amount of those that we've seen tonight.
Great bump coming out from Texic. Put high by Super Turtle. However, top right corner from Harry.
CSU just looking to put this game away.
Absolutely.
Right now, CEI at 2, CSU at 4 with 30 seconds left on the clock.
Yes. Harry looking to seriously put the nail in the coffin there. However, unable to do so. That said, Super Turtle looking to say a little something for himself. Texic with a pop high. Bacon able to catch and looking for a flick opportunity. Thankfully, though, Rescue Reaper able to do something with that. If the boys are going to take it to game 4, a goal must happen now with at least 1 second on the clock. However, unfortunate, the boys not able to capitalize on the open net. GG's all around.
Very much so. It was definitely a better game compared to previous. Can't even be too mad about that, in my opinion. However, I'm not a Rocket League pro. Thanks everybody for coming out and showing support for CEI. Unfortunately, that will be CEI 0 and Colorado State at 3. I did like to see the amount of overtime, though. Those first 2 games were very intense.
Yeah. No, I think certainly signs of improvement overall.
Definitely.
To keep the games closer. Again, multiple phases to a game. Just not able to close it out and capitalize on the opportunities to do so there. One thing before we sign off this evening, I just want to make sure that we update games that happened earlier. That very same CEI Rocket League that we just watched now, they did play in their JUCO league, their junior college league, which is NJCAAE, and were able to win that match 3-1. That is their first match of the NJCAAE league. So starting off strong, starting off 1-0. I believe that was against Pueblo Community College. I don't know anything. I'm getting divine inspiration that it was not that at all, and that it was Northwest Michigan.
Anyways, folks, stick around. This week we will have a Overwatch and Super Smash Bros. Game Tuesday at
Overwatch tomorrow night.
Yep.
7:30.
7:30.
And then Smash Brothers has been rescheduled for 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Thursday.
Yep.
I think that's it from us, folks. Thank you for coming out and showing your support once again, and hopefully we will see you at the later streams. Yeah, that's it. Anything else?
No.
All right. Peace out.